Okay, kick the bottle top. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, folks. Me again, Wanda Budgets and Beyond. Getting these steps in, getting these steps in. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. It's 12:23 now where I am located. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Glad to be amongst the living as always. Hopefully your day is going well, folks. Hopefully your day is going well. Hello, Joshua. How are you? How are you? Yes, you're the first. The first. How are things going for you there in Jersey? I think you're still in Jersey. Not quite sure. Or in New York, and I don't know if you moved yet or not. But I hope all is going well with you, Joshua, just in general. I know you've been having a challenge or some challenges. Okay. Are you on the bus still? Are you on the bus this time? I caught your last live. I don't know if you had one since the bus ride. You may have, and I missed it. Whew. But hopefully all is going well with you, Joshua. And thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. Thanks for all that catch this live broadcast and those that catch the replay. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I just want to touch briefly on, of course, mental health once again, mental health once again. Always be mindful of that. Your own mental health. Be aware of it. Know what and whom may trigger you. All of those things. Be on guard for it. And know how to divert yourself if you see or start hearing some words that are problematic for you also too. And I get it, not every time someone says a word that may be triggering, and I hate saying that word, that may cause you some unease. It's not someone's being or is trying to impact your mental health in a bad way. You'll know the signs. It could be the body language, how the conversation starts, the middle of the conversation, the end part of the conversation. Just be mindful of all those things, but protect your mental health at all costs. And you don't have to feel powerless in those situations and in other situations. And what I wanted to talk about that can and maybe having an impact on some folks' mental health is the economy. It's not enough that people are out here working 10, 20, and 30 jobs. Hello, Harvest. How are you? Don't hurt the Harvest. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, young men. Thanks for coming in. Don't hurt the Harvest. Yes, with all that we have going on, jobs, family, extended family, friends, etc., that you may, interact with, etc. Now we have the added thing of the economy, and it's been here for a while, and it has been bad. Hello, Files. How are you? Thanks for coming in. We have the extra added thing of the economy, food prices, gas prices, whatever it is that you're buying or can't buy. A lot of folks can't purchase a home as the interest rates are so high, and there could be other things also too that may be in their control as to why. But nonetheless, the things that are outside of their control that is problematic and may be here to stay for a while, i.e. the interest rates being so high. And if it's not you, then it may be your adult children that wanted to purchase a home, and now they think that it is out of reach, and it may be out of reach for a long while until the interest rates goes down, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, adding this economy to it, to all the things we have going on, can affect a person's mental health. Some people are on edge, and we may or may not know it. We may be on edge. We have this thing that's already been around for eons, paycheck to paycheck living. That's problematic. And it gets to be a worse condition if the hours get cut back. You're already on edge. You're already just making it to paying the bills. And now the hours are getting cut back or a job gets lost. And I get it. We have to do all that we can to protect our mental health before these things start happening, as much as we can control it, because if you're looking at your budget, Issa Madio, I don't know. Hello, Issa, welcome into the live. I do appreciate it. But as much as we can prevent these type of things from happening, our mental health getting a little bit crazy and more weird, etc. This is regards to the economy. You've got to look at that budget and find ways to save before one random day you come into work and your job is no longer there, or they're cutting your hours, about 3 or 4 hours per week, etc., whatever it may be. We have to do the things to get ahead of it. I don't know what that is. Here's my state. I have a family member looking for a house, and every time she finds a house, it gets bought by a company. Yes, I have heard that also, and too, that a lot of these investment companies, equity companies, etc., and I would add in, foreign interest are buying these properties, and there's just no way. They have cash, point blank, to get right then and there, or overbid, etc. It is ridiculous and crazy. Always a new something, and it's probably not new. It's probably been happening way before now. We probably weren't attentive to it, but nonetheless, that is crazy, Harvest. That is crazy. But yeah, I've been hearing about that, and I think that these companies are buying up the houses so that they can rent the houses. Not everyone. In my opinion, I think that most people want to live in a single family home. And if they are buying these homes, then they can rent them out at the regular mortgage price that a person would pay. But the person would just be paying rent and have zero equity, nothing, no gain from having been in the home. No more than, of course, just some place to live, of course. And that's valuable. But if you're trying to purchase a home, build up equity, pass it down, use it to pay for your kids' college, generational wealth, etc., then you can't do that if you're renting, just in general renting. But yeah, I've been hearing about that also too. And it can wear on a person's mental. Like, oh wow, you mean for the last 10, or just an example, the last 10 or so years or whatever, I've been saving, pinching off $200 here, $100 here, $50 here, putting it in the bank for the down payment on the home, which is, if you want to go the right way, 20% or more, I do believe it's a good target. And now that I'm here, they done raised up the interest rate. And now these companies and foreign folks are buying up all the properties, paying cash, paying over the price, pretty much to push anybody else out that wants to do it. That's exactly what they're doing. And they're raising the rent, so you can't hardly afford to do anything. Exactly. Hello, Regina. I just read Regina's books. How are you? Happy Tuesday to you. Thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. Grey Goose, Red Bull. I get it. I get it. Welcome in, Grey Goose, Red Bull. You all get where he or she is going. Welcome in. Yes, corporations are buying up all of these homes, pushing people out. This is happening in all 50 states. It is crazy and ridiculous. And I am sure they have more tricks up their sleeves after they get all the properties that they want and amass, etc. Because they want people to have to depend on them. And part of it is that they want you renting. They don't want you to own anything. You will own nothing and be happy. But that's a whole nother thing. And since we are in the mindset, some of us, not everyone, I'm not saying that I'm full on either, but I try to be attentive to some of the things. They're telling you, right, to your face, some things if we pay close attention, what it is that they want to do and will do and will accomplish. They have a lot of people in whatever game it is that they're doing, and they have a whole lot of money. What type of system do we live in these United States? A capitalistic one. We know that talks. Like I said, hello, Tamika. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. Carmela, how are you, baby daddy? I got one of them too. Hi, Carmela. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. Just chit-chatting. Just chit-chatting. Just chit-chatting. Oh. Yeah, their money is long. And they got generations of people behind them that believe that same ideology, etc. And I've mentioned before, if I ever get enough money, I got to buy me a couple of politicians to make anything happen for me and mine. That's how it is. But nonetheless, protect your mental health. Ugh. I'm just crazy out here. And don't feel powerless against it. Even the stuff that the folks in the system are doing, talking about harvest and what it is that, I've heard and I believe to be true. These corporations and investment firms, equity folks buying up all of this property. Sadly, it is what it is, and the people that that's a whole nother topic, Wanda, but it's like it's a lose-lose. The folks that got the money that's doing this and a whole host of other things, not just with regards to buying property, homes, etc. like that, they have money and they are paying the politicians to make and write the rules for them. And I get it, this isn't a rule that they had to write where people couldn't, what anyone can buy, whether you're a corporation, etc., can't buy a home. That's not there. But anything that comes down the pike, like if we start fighting against it and saying, well, no, they can't do this, they can't buy so many, etc., they paid the politicians to like, girl, bye, go sit down. Anybody got time for you? And you're marching and you're this or that or the other. Here, I'm coming here. Anybody got time for that? These people done paid me and contributed to my campaign, and I'm going with that because money talks, as we know. This is just sad. This is just sad. But money talks. And then now, once again, you feel powerless because you tried to do all the things. You've written to your congressperson. You've marched. You've done all these different types of campaigns, and it does not work. And that is not to say, I want to be clear, that is not to say to stop doing that. That isn't worth it, etc. It is. We see where folks that share my reflection, black folks, have gotten when we did organized marches, etc. so forth and so on. In the past, we have seen where that has been helpful to our causes then and now. And don't want to get into a debate as to some of the things that have happened to her. We had to get out there and march, etc. But nonetheless, yeah, don't stop doing it. Just know that the system is working against the very people that elect the politicians to put them in there. They're part of the system too. They are part of the system too. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. And go against them. Go against them on any point if you don't toe the line. And we see it with these, I'm not going to start talking about folks. If you just kind of sort of pay attention when people go on these shows and they don't say what they want them to say, or they don't have the same ideology that they have, it's problematic. And whether you agree with the person or not, that's a part of the TV show or the person that they are interviewing. It doesn't matter, but you just see what it is. Like, okay, if I was in a battle with someone, would I want those particular people on my side? It just makes me look and think that way. Thank you, Carmela. Thank you, Carmela. Just a lot. People are tired of this craziness to me. People are just tired of the crazy. And it's all the time, constant. Gaslighting you, telling you you don't know what's good for you. And on a lot of things, you know, people are feeling trapped, like the educational system. It's my opinion. I went to public school. My daughter went to public school. I get it. But are the children really learning anything nowadays? Some maybe. Of course, the ones that are, the schools are revolving around the STEM stuff, things that they're going to be able to use on the outside now and in the future. Yes, and other things too. And I get it. You got to have money to go to private school. But you can always do supplemental training at home. But hey, who has time for that? I got these 3 jobs because the gas and the food is high, so it becomes a revolving thing. But we can't let it become a revolving thing. Well, I can't do that because I got the 2 or 3 jobs. I can't do the supplemental, education because I got the 2 or 3 jobs so that I can, keep the bills going. I can't have that. I got to do something differently. And that doing something differently is going to help your mental health and then hopefully help your kid. It's just a lot. I don't even want to go there. I'm sure I've talked about it before. I don't even want to go there. Thank you, Regina. Thank you so much. Yeah, hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button. And the bell if you haven't already done so. Subscribe, notification bell, so you can see each and every time that I'm walking and talking or cash stuffing or just talking about some topic in random on a pre-recorded video. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Protect your mental, folks. Protect your mental. And I'm not saying to go out here and think that the world is against you. But know that there are a few people that are. They reside in Washington, D.C. Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh, that's a whole nother thing. All politics is local. All politics is local. All politics is local. Speaking of which, back to the voter and voting, all that good stuff. If you haven't registered to vote and you plan to vote this election cycle for the president and all the folks that may be up for election for your Congress, state, local, federal, make sure that you do so that you don't have any issues when you go there. And they're telling you something that they shouldn't. I got a mail-in ballot. I don't know what it was for. I don't know. It might have been for the primary, but I don't know. I still have it in case. I'm going to go and see what it's for first. Because if it's something that has already passed, I'm going to trash it. But if it's for the presidential election, you never know when these states and how early they will send these things out. I've kept it. And if it's for the presidential election or something like that, and I go there and they say, oh, you already voted. No, I haven't. I still have my stuff here. I'm not. That's a game. That is a game. But nonetheless, make sure that if you do plan to vote, that you go and get yourself registered, all that good stuff. If you got married, got divorced, got a new name just for GP, return back to your maiden name, etc. Do that, because who knows, the person that is an election judge that you go to the table, they may not let you do the regular voting, but you may have to do a provincial ballot, etc. And they don't get counted. I'm wrong for that. Yeah, majority rules, and take that for what it is. I did election judge a few times here in the state of Maryland, where I reside. It's interesting, but yeah, some of the election there. Never mind, I'm going on. But yeah, if that is what you want to do, vote, get your stuff together on that. What else is going on, folks? What else is going on? Whew, I am 21 minutes in. The time goes by so fast. Just beautiful, and there is a breeze. There is a breeze out here. Whew, feels so good. So Carmela, if you're still here, I didn't know that you were down there in Florida. I thought you lived in Georgia. I was over there with you and you call him little bro Eric. I didn't know that you were in Florida until I heard you. I think it was Sunday. Yeah. My sister lives down there. The youngest, the baby girl, she lives down there in Florida. There's a young lady at the park. She got a blanket on. Yeah, Florida, yes. Sunny Florida. Ooh. For some reason, my daughter hates Florida. She really can't give a good reason as to why. That girl. These elderly folks. My daughter, she's the elderly. Took my grandkids when they were the two adult grandchildren, but when they were much, much, much younger, and took them to Disney World down there. Many moons ago. But yeah, it's a young lady here at the park. And she got a sheet. She's over there close to the woods, and I don't know what she's doing over there. Maybe on her phone. Just interesting. Hello, Denise. How are you doing? How are you? Get those knees up, Wanda. Knees up, knees up. Not in that way. We're talking exercise, Denise. Boss lady Denise. What is Mr. Mike's channel's name? Mr. Mike's channel. I told you I was going to take over your channel. Keep up the good work. You're doing good. Motivating me, and I'm sure lots of folks out there. Keep it up, sis. Keep it up. Whew. Yeah, Mr. Mike, he is all into it now. And got Rocky. He's making an appearance. Yes. Oh, health is wealth. Health is wealth. I got to get back over there to Mr. Mike's channel. I need to stop. Boss Lady Denise. Mr. Mike is her hubby. And he's out there getting his exercise in also. Yeah, health is wealth. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. 4 minutes and some 4 minutes and some change left before I hit 30 minutes. And then I am out of here. Whew. I have been on these YouTube streets. You know, every time I get in my car, I'm always thinking of something different that I need to, that something comes to my brain that I need to get or buy or something other like that. I took everything out of my car. And so I didn't have paper. Well, I had it in a pen in my purse, but I didn't have any paper. So I couldn't write it down, but that's probably just as well. It'll come back to me and then I'll write it down, put it on a wish list if it's something that should go to the wish list, and then let it linger there until hopefully the thrill is gone from it, and then I'll scratch it off. Whew. Hello, Renee. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Renee's Secret Garden. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. Hello, Spirit in the Sky Blue. Welcome in. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. Whew. I know some people go live just random. And if I'm missing you, I don't want to be missing you. But it is what it is. I can always watch the replay or do something else because I appreciate folks coming over here to support, and I try to do likewise when I can. Hello, Mr. Steve. How are you, Steve Gilmore YouTube channel? Peace and blessings to you, Mr. Steve. Thanks for coming in. I do appreciate it. Are you? I don't know if you're still going live at 9 in the morning, Mr. Steve, or you're still on a little hiatus. One time I saw that you went earlier than 9. I was like, oh, is this new? But nonetheless. Sometimes we have to give folks, each and every one of us, time to, come around, especially if it's not that. Especially if you got subscribers and, you're hitting the ones that are hitting you and the ones that you want to see, whether they're hitting you or not. But nonetheless, it takes a minute to get around. People have lives, and I hope that people understand that. Woo. I was just briefly talking about protecting your mental health. A lot of stuff going on now with folks economically. Thank you. High gas and food prices, home prices, maybe heating fuel if you're using gas or oil as your heating fuel for your home. That too. Electricity prices have gone up. Insurance, all of them, car insurance, home owner's insurance, et cetera, have gone up. Try your best to plan as much as you can. You are looking at your budget. You are looking at your money. Plan for possibly your job going away, getting reduced hours. Just plan in advance. And a few things you can do, of course, meal planning, cutting out something, etc. Because if a person is paycheck to paycheck already, if things are a little tight, even if they're not paycheck to paycheck, if you continue to do what you're doing, you're going to always get what it is that you've been doing. And we don't want that for ourselves or others. But I get it. And I know it is a lot. It is a lot. And you can't work yourself to death. You can't get the 4 and 5 and 6 jobs and the side hustles. And then try to have a family, a life with your spouse, and all this other stuff. It gets to be a mess. So just got to plan and do our best to plan. Don't overcomplicate anything. once you start seeing a little signs, that is the time to do it, because more than likely it's going to get crazy if you don't do anything to staunch the bleeding, that type of thing. Woo. Oh, I'm over 30 minutes. I am going to get out of here, folks. Thank you all so much for coming in. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Thanks for coming into the live, for supporting. I will see you around on these YouTube streets. Thank you so much, and have a great and wonderful rest of your day. I do appreciate it, folks. Bye, Regina, Carmela, Mr. Steve, Boss Lady Denise, Mr. Mike's channel, Carmela, Mr. Steve, Renee's Secret Garden, Joshua Gabriel's here. Woo. Spirit in the Sky Blue, thank you so much for being here. Hope all things are going well with you there in Michigan. Hopefully your neighbor issue has went away. She may or may not still be here. Don't Hurt the Harvest. Thank you, Harvest, for coming in. Woo. Make sure I shout out to everyone. There was a young lady. Hopefully this thing goes all the way back to the beginning. Face too close, Wanda. Face too close. I don't want that. Woo. Grey Goose, Red Bull. Thank you. Red Bull. Thank you so much for coming in. Thanks so much for coming in. I do appreciate it. Files, the Bud Files. Thank you so much. Joshua gave it. There was someone else in here. Yeah, Issa Madio. Thank you so much for coming in. I do appreciate it. Once again, have a great rest of your day. Woo. Hit that button. Take care, and bye-bye.